top of the morning, top of the evening, top of the evening. It is the, what's the date today? 21st of December. You guys can see 21st of December. You can see over there. And we have some great news. After months, not even after months, after weeks of trial and error, we finally did the first stage of my plan on getting the $100,000 account. We have now passed phase 2 on the $5,000 account within 2 weeks, right? Which is amazing, and what I learned from this is you can't give up. You have to keep going. And every time you fail, you need to check, what did you do in terms of failing? What did you do in order for you to fail? So I don't know why I can't see my other accounts that I blew. There they are. So obviously I passed this one, passed that one. The other ones before that, I don't think they'll show, but these I should be able to see them. I'm not sure why I can't. Still, I don't know why it's only showing my $25,000 account. But basically, I failed 2 accounts on the 5K account before passing. I think this was the one. So this was another account I violated. And this is a fresh, brand new account that I will be trading soon. Actually, tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Tomorrow, real account, fresh as it started. If I'm not mistaken, this is the one. If not, then we will look for another one. Oh yeah, it is. Because now I'm able to withdraw. So if I trade starting from today or tomorrow, which is basically Monday, that means my next withdrawal date is on the 9th of Jan, which is about 3 weeks from now. So about 21 days of a cycle. So what did I learn from the previous account that I violated, right? Is number 1, trade little pairs, or trade one thing that you can very much so focus on, right? So even if you check my phase 1 and phase 2, you'll see exactly what I traded, and it is only gold. I only traded gold. Now I want to basically see, still kind of getting used to this, but I kind of want to show you guys my trade. I think it's trade over, if I'm not mistaken. Just want to show you the only mistake that I did, well, not even mistake, the only thing I didn't do was put in where I bought and sold for gold in order for me to pass. But on my account, you guys can see, basically this is my win rate, guys. My win rate is 7%, but I still came up at the top, which is crazy. Which is crazy. And it's all because I've learned how to manage my risks. So you guys can literally see all the trades that I've taken on specific dates, loss, and started making profits. Actually, even one profit, basically. And you guys can see all of it was gold. If you see this, it's because I was just trying to finish the minimum trading days. But if you can see, these were all my trades that I took. This was the biggest trade that I took, which took me from drawdown straight to TP. And I was still risking, I think, about $25 to $50 for this trade. And basically, and that's how I ended up doing it. So all my records are clean here. Analytics, if you want to see also, you guys can see that's how I started. Loss. You guys can see loss, drawdown, came back up. Also, this was when I actually violated my mistake, and then I had to just refund the account. Then they gave me a discount, and I was on the drawdown, equity balance, and then shot straight up for the sky, and we came up top. And you guys can see, basically all I traded was gold. So one thing I'm even realizing with gold is I can trade it very well. So my win rate is bad. It's bad, but honestly, I need to make it better, right? I need to make it better. Um, so yeah, that was phase one, gold trades only. Now I can also just show you the other accounts. I don't know why it's not showing though. Accounts. There we go. Accounts. I can show you the other accounts that I paused. Phase two, same thing. Phase two, same thing. Dashboard. Right. Same thing with it. Right. Gold. Gold is my key. I tried US30. I tried NASDAQ. I tried some few currency pairs, USD CAD. You guys can see my previous, but every time I learn what I did wrong was I traded too many things. I'm always looking for a trade because I'm trying to finish fast because I'm trying to catch a deadline. But you guys can see I started making a bit more profit than usual. Right, you can just see loss, profit, loss, profit, and we were done, if I'm not mistaken. But you can see I went from a 7% win rate to 27, so I'm improving because I realized that I make more money when it comes to gold. So you guys can see, literally this is how it started. Phase one, dropped, right, came back up, closed, came back up again, closed, and then from there just maintained. Same thing here. Only thing I traded was gold. Only reason why AUD CAD is there is because I was trying to finish the last 2 days of the minimum trading days, but you guys can see my win rate is a 27% win rate, but I do believe obviously now it's going to get better. Now, obviously, you guys can see phase two complete. Now, I will not show you my login details because that is something obviously for me. And I'll catch you guys on. Even on my trading view, you can see now that I only have gold and XRP. So the reason why I have XRP, it's not because I trade it, it's because I invest in it on my Luno account. And I truly do believe it's going to be the next Bitcoin. But while it is going down, it's exactly what I need because the lower it goes, the better it is for me to enter when it's time for it to shoot up again. I think it's going to give me enough time. I think a month or two, I'm going to try to have about 1,000 coins. And then from there, just let it rest. My goal for next year is to have over 1,000 coins in XRP. And then we're just going to let it slide. But with gold, as we can see, we are in an uptrend. We are even close to breaking all-time highs. So obviously, the whole of next week, I'll be looking for buys. But since we reached this level, these are all my psychological levels and they work wonders. So obviously, guys, once I get a bit more profitable and have a higher win ratio, I will be doing signals, which will be obviously costly for you guys, but I won't make it too costly. I'll make it affordable so that you guys can also make some sort of income to fund your lives. But for now, I truly believe I can't give you guys signals because I'm not at the level I need to be and want to be. And you guys might not have the same balance and the same capital as me. So for now, it's a no-no. So as you guys can see, the trades that I took basically from this level, bought all the way up here, bought here, so we broke this level. So gold, what could happen, right? So like I said, with gold, I have very basic structure. I need 1 hour structures, right, for me to draw my support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever you want to call it. And what I've been tracking is if gold breaks, for example, this level, right? If gold breaks this level, like it did, right? It tested, retested, came back up, broke it, came back to retest properly, came back to retest again before shooting up. So I always wait for gold to come back to a zone. Sometimes you might have to wait a day or two, not even a day, a couple of hours, like maybe like 4 hours, to see some sort of structure that's gonna help you push it to the upside, right? So right now, the fact that we're on this level, right, my psychological level, gold, what I'm expecting gold to do is if we break this level, right? So I always say with gold, in order for me to be convinced that we are buying again, it needs to have a push to the upside. So for example, if this had pushed right from here, we broke the zone, right, came back, right, and started like playing around like this, I'll be looking for buys because clearly we're not playing underneath this zone, this level, we're playing above it. But you can kind of say it's a fake out because closed, it wasn't a strong momentum, came back down with a stronger momentum, engulfing bar, and now we are basically in this level. So even if I didn't want to use this level, right, I can always use the next level, which is closer and a bit more accurate with my psychological level, which is this level over here. Now you can see we retested once, couple of times here with the wicks, came back down, came back up again, one wick, came back down, and this was the first proper push to the upside, right? But still wasn't strong enough. You can see how if maybe I closed above here, I could be looking for retest, but we didn't close strong on this candlestick, and we kind of came back down. So now I will leave it as is, right? I'll leave it as is. I might wake up in the morning, this thing is shot up, then I'll only be looking for buys to the next level, which is here, which will be a great swing, $25 to $50, which is about 0.5% to 1% per trade. That's how I've been trading with gold. And since it's festive seasons, the market is going to be slow, so it just might be easier for us to actually trade it. I'm just looking at that level right now, but if I wake up, right, we might come back to this 1 hour fair value gap. We might come back to this 1 hour fair value gap, but I truly believe we are actually going to come back all the way down to this level over here. I truly believe gold might come back here. Hence why sometimes I like to risk 0.5% to 1% a trade. So here I'm going to change this. This is a 1 hour fair value gap. I want to change it. As you can see, right, we might actually literally just push all the way down here before coming back up, and you might even see here within the 1 hour fair value gap, I never enter on a 1 hour fair value gap. I always enter on a 5-minute fair value gap because it works wonders for me. 1 hour is where I'll draw my structures. My weekly and daily zones are the black and the blue zones that you guys see, right? So even if I move, right, so you guys can see, it makes my life also easier. I want to say right now, I only trade gold. So if I don't see any trades for gold, there is no trade for me. I'm not obliged to look for another trade in another pair. I can just purely focus on gold and its movement and its price action. And from there, I can basically continue. So you guys can see. So there is a fair value gap over here. So I can even draw a nice line over here within the zone of the fair value gap. There is a gap that still needs to be fulfilled, but since this one has been fulfilled, you can somehow cancel this, right? It can be irrelevant for the time being because of where the market is right now. But if we come back down here, it will be a level that I'll be looking to buy before pushing up, because gold does have this tendency that when we reach highs again, it doesn't just break it and move on. It'll test it, and maybe as soon as it gets to that high, then drop volume before pushing up again. So that's how gold is. Gold is a buyer's market. You guys can see the whole year we've been buying since the year started. Obviously we had a push and then we had a drop, but we've literally came back to where we started. Right, so this was when? October, right? October. So since October, only now we're coming back, right? Gold will forever be a buyer's market. It accumulates in value. It is a natural resource So we will always see that. So for now, I don't have a direction of where this thing is going, which is fine because, right, I have to let the market play and move for the whole of Monday, and then we'll see. Even the markets, you guys can see there's literally nothing going on because why? It's festive season. Literally nothing big. I know there are some news that look big, but literally this is it. Wednesday, it's a bank holiday, unemployment claim. So the market will be slow, right? And you can see Thursday, bank holiday, market will be closed. Basically, one move. Friday, same thing, bank holiday, except for the US. So maybe gold might start shooting on Friday, but Thursday, not so much. So maybe Monday, Tuesday will be the right moves. And then obviously the following week is when we enter the new year, but it will still be bank holiday in other places. Not for us though, because we're trading gold USD. 1st of Jan, bank holiday, so it's going to be closed, and then we come back with not even CPI. CPI will be the following week. So, I mean, we have quite a good calendar ahead, so we can just kind of trade it off slowly. But that's all it is basically. And now the aim for the next movement is to obviously make 10% more, right? So the last thing about what I'm doing is I'm going to try to purely use forex money to make more money. So okay, let me not say forex because I don't trade forex, I trade gold. I'm going to take trading money to make more trading money without using my 9 to 5 job basically, right? So I'm still a fitness manager working at a gym, and I had the privilege to resign and try to pursue trading full on. But whenever you do something without a plan, it always comes back, right? And then you kind of have to go back to where you left. Like, yeah, I lived in a good space and I was able to demand more than what they were paying me. So I'm getting quite enough. And the plan is resigning at least with a $200,000 or $300,000 account, because the 1% of that is not even close to my yearly salary. So in that way, you'll be thinking steps ahead. And with this year being my first year being this profitable in trading, it can only tell how much more I will be profitable next year. For the sake of, I've filtered so much noise out in terms of my trading rules, my times, my routine, how I trade, how I structure my trades and stuff. Crazy. I mean, some of the trades that I passed with FTMO and my fund next were purely from US30. You know, I had a different strategy for US30, obviously, but gold has the best strategy for me right now because it's a combination of like how it moves with currencies and with indices. It's a combination of both, and never in my life did I think I'd be a gold trader. For the sake of, I hated trading gold, I never understood it. But the more I did it and the more my friends drew me into this, the more I fell in love with it and how it moves. Especially since I also train, right? I'm a fitness junkie, so by the time I wake up in the morning, first thing I do after opening my phone, check my trading stuff, get ready for work, pray, and then leave. Go train first. By the time I'm done training, 8 o'clock, I'm sitting down, I'm checking the market, I'm doing my stats for work, and I see where the market is taking me. And from there, we obviously move forward, and we see. But now the goal is to obviously have at least $300,000 funded next, and about £280,000 founded on FTMO. So that is about more or less $600,000, $700,000 in funded accounts, right? So I know that every 21 days I'm getting a payout from this broker. Every month end I'm getting a withdrawal from this. So far, those are the only two prop firms I trust that I've withdrew and passed and signed my contract, so it makes it a lot easier. But I will obviously add a third one because my friend is on another one that I will not speak of as of yet, because the aim is to get these two funded first before jumping to a third one. I mean, now, if you think about it, if you have three prop firms that are paying you on a monthly basis, that is $10,000 plus that you're receiving, that you've already broken the top 1% in the world, because now you are paying yourself $10,000 to $20,000 a month, which is something a lot of people can't do. So, that is always the aim: financial freedom, so that we can focus on other stuff. Financial freedom, spiritual growth, building a family, building your lifestyle. What I love about these videos is that anyone watching these in the future, you guys get to see everything. You're not seeing a fancy apartments with fancy lights, anything like that. You're just seeing me at the beginning, so that you guys can watch this and use this as motivation when it's your time to start locking in. I'm still playing PlayStation. You'll still see me play PlayStation at that time. I've had this iPhone 13 since 2022. And it's made me money, So if you see me buying flashy stuff, just know that I do like gadgets, but just know that I earned it and I deserve it. I've had this phone for 3 years. I have no intention on changing anytime soon, because there's other stuff I want, like a MacBook Pro, a tablet, Apple TV. I want to make my whole system Apple, basically. So Apple Watch, etc. But before that, we need to get the accounts, and we need to use at least less than 10% to buy all these accessories. Invest in my NPL, guys. This is like before the club. This is in between. What I do like to say is, if someone is still watching at the end of this, please, if you're a believer, I want to say this in the most polite way, in the most way that people can understand, right? I'm trying to reach out to every single one of you guys out there. I am a Christian trader, right? Now, I know some of you are not Christians, you have other belief systems, but what I can say is, you need your belief system to be there. Trading is a mind game. You can master all the strategy in the world, but if you can't master your own mind, you will be your own destroyer in your career. So I pray to God about my trading. I'm grateful if I'm winning. I'm grateful if I'm losing. I've been losing for about 2 months straight, so it hasn't been the best year. Actually, it's been the best year. What am I saying? It hasn't been the best 2 months, but it's been the best 2 years, because I've withdrew twice from FTMO, and I think about twice, 3 times to find it next. And I'm able to do a lot of things, get myself some tattoos, buy some clothes, buy a laptop that I'm using to record myself, invest in some protein shakes for a company that I want to be a fitness ambassador for, NPL. So I do this so that you guys can see that I started from nothing to something. I built myself. I don't believe in saving up 6 months worth of your salary to give one shot at getting a big account in these prop firms when you can't even trade. I would rather you buy the smallest account over and over and learn from your mistakes what you did, because what you do in the small accounts, what you're going to do in the big account, the only difference is the balance and the equity. But if you're always going to use percentages, it's going to be the same thing, I promise you. So right now, I'm just purely working on percentages. I still look at the number, I'm like, it's $200, it's $100, On my bigger account, that was 1%, but on this account, it's about 4%. So if I work in percentages, it teaches me to have gratitude, humility, and to be appreciative that, hey, man, I'm up 2%, I'm up 3%. Now, if I'm up $1,000 from a $5,000 account, that's almost about 16 to 20%. I take the same mentality when I get to big accounts. Now I am making $20,000 in 21 days. Something that has never been done within me, So I urge you guys to watch these videos time after time. I'm not going to be as active as I should be, but I'll try again next week to be as active. Post one video to keep you guys updated how this is going. and we'll get back over time. Peace. Love you guys.